And I know I've asked you about immigration, but I want you to explain particularly the order in which you would go about things.
First, we must secure the border. As you said earlier in this show, a nation that cannot secure its own border cannot protect its sovereignty. And it's not just that we have illegal immigrants coming across the border. We have drugs. We have potentially terrorists coming across the border. You know, we lost our younger daughter to the demons of addiction. And I have met so many families in this nation struggling with this epidemic of addiction. And so it matters that we have drug lords camping out permanently on American soil selling drugs in this nation. We have to secure our border. Secondly, we have to fix the legal immigration system, which has been broken for 25 years. And here's the thing, Sean, politicians talk about this all the time. We've talked about it every election cycle. But somehow we just never fix it. So we hand out Mexican border crossing cards, and we never check to see if people go home at the end of the day. And we give people a legal visa, and we never check to see if they go home. We don't have an employer verification system that works. Listen, this takes leadership and political willpower to quit talking about it and get it done. It's what I've done all my life, get things done.
Is it a mistake for Republicans, if you don't control the border, I think it's a moot point, you know, to talk about the 11 million people, because that then becomes 12, 13, and 14 million people. The DEA, according to Judicial Watch, their National Drug Threat Assessment reveals that Mexican cartels are in a class of their own. No other group can challenge them in the near future, making them the largest criminal threat to the U.S. I've been in the drug warehouses down in Southern California. I've seen from floor to ceiling all drugs that have been confiscated. So my question to you is it a mistake for me to ask you, what do you do with the 11 million people here when the border's still not secure?
Well, I don't think it's a mistake, but I think the point is that we have to start with the basics. We have to start by securing the border. For all the reasons you just said, we have to start by securing the border. And we have to be realistic and understand that we have talked about this every election for 25 years. So frankly, Sean, talk is cheap. Now what we need is a leader who will actually go get it done, a leader who has a track record, not of talk, but of producing results. We have to secure the border. It actually isn't rocket science to do it, but it does take money and manpower and technology. And by the way, if we don't secure our, of course it can. And by the way, if we don't secure our border, guess what we also do? We corrode people's faith in their own government. And for a citizen government, that's a very dangerous thing. You cannot have 3/4 of this nation losing faith in their government, and they are.